Bernard the Scarlet Spider, aka possibly War Machine at this point. I don't know.
All right, Mr. Jim. This is Samir, the King in Black.
I've got back issues, and this is the Angry Blerds podcast.
All right, where the nerds are black and the nerds are angry.
Speaking of angry, Black people, when you plan an event, please show up on time and have your person who's setting up the event arrive, at least an hour before the set event so they can finish setting up.
I mean, I don't know if there's context for that, Bernard. No one knows what you went through today. I don't know why you brought that up.
I'm going to bring it up now. So, as a matter of fact, let me take this off. All right, so yeah, I went to my niece's, what the hell did I go to again?
Baby shower.
Thank you. I almost said bridal shower. So yeah, I went to my niece's baby shower, and nothing was set up, and I'm getting sick and tired of it. So that's why I'm mad today. But yeah, so show up on time or be early, because I'm someone who lives an hour away from my family. I drove an hour there. I showed up late purposely, and everything still wasn't ready. So come on, do better. Why is this crooked? Am I just crooked?
You got that off your chest?
Yes.
Good.
And don't judge someone for doing an Irish goodbye, because sometimes we just don't talk to nobody.
I'm just like, no one. Look, I care that you had a bad day, but no one else is going to care you had a bad day.
I don't know that, sir. Shout out to Ryan Hart. Yes, I am a Gryffindor, as I responded in the comments. She will comment on the video for our YouTube page.
Oh, great.
If you haven't already looked at it, I got an unboxing video of the Avengers Collector's Edition and the Last of Us Ellie Edition. I haven't done any unboxings because I haven't bought anything worthy of unboxing per se, with the exception of some Power Rangers figures, which will never be opened because those are getting signed. Say your part, Samir.
Never removed from original packaging.
That part. All right. So let's get into it. Neil Gaiman, who has decided to reveal some truths about the Sandman, since the show has come out like about 3 weeks ago now at this point.
Pretty much, and it's really popular.
Yeah, he decided to. He just pulled a piece out of nowhere. He decided to spill the beans about the script that was originally released in the 90s, that was leaked in the 90s, and guess what? He leaked it because it was that bad.
The 90s was pretty bad for book and comic book adaptations.
I mean,
studios had no respect back then.
We didn't have much in the 90s. Like,
no, they didn't think it was a good medium, and also studios had no respect back then.
We had the Corbin Fantastic Four movie, which is very creepy. The Nick Fury Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV movie with David Hasselhoff. It would have been nice to see him in Multiverse of Madness, but hey, he already showed up in Guardians. I think that's it until Blade came around.
I'm just saying, this is a more general lack of respect.
Well, of course, I mean, DC was basically running the 90s because everything was in-house with Warner Brothers already, because they had Batman and, the Superman movies, although those were in the 70s and 80s, but still, they had Batman movies up until the late 90s, because Batman and Robin, I believe, came out in 97.
Around that, yeah.
And then Blade came out of nowhere and said, fuck y'all. But yeah. And apparently, also in the 90s, a very significant pop star was also being considered for the lead role of Morpheus. And I told Samir who that was. And Samir, do you want to tell the people who that was?
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, this is the same person who almost wanted to, who was considering buying Marvel just to play Spider-Man. Now,
that's a terrible idea.
I mean, unfortunately, we don't get to see Michael act in anything else, but we've only seen him in short films in The Wiz, and Michael wasn't bad.
Men in Black.
Oh yeah, in his quick cameo on Men in Black. I wouldn't say Michael Jackson was a bad actor, but I don't think I could see Michael Jackson as Peter Parker. And I thought Samir was gonna make a Spider-Man quip and add he at the end of it, but I guess
Just because you're a good actor doesn't mean you fit every role. Tom Hiddleston as Thor did not work.
huh?
Tom Hiddleston,
Oh,
he auditioned for Thor.
yeah. You know the sad thing about that is you cannot find that video, his full audition as a whole, because I guess when Thor came out on Blu-ray, they discussed.
And remember, if you chose this for Outland,
Hiring both.
Why do you need both? Why do you need the full video? You saw him throwing the hammer around. It looked bad.
Okay, so there's a little bit more context to that. They said he would have been good, but he too short. More or less, they kind of generalized it. But yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find the GIF and just like insert it like on the side.
He's a better cast for Loki.
Yeah, that's why they got him as Loki. Kevin Feige said that. He was like, yeah, we don't think he would have he would have been the best fit for Thor, but we had him come back and read for Loki, and it was boom. Once again, lightning in a bottle. But yeah, so Michael Jackson and Spider-Man and Morpheus, that's a no, dog. I love the King of Pop. I love him as the Scarecrow and the Wiz. I love him as himself in Moonwalker. I loved him in the Ghost Short. But
Moonwalker it doesn't age well.
I never said it aged well. I said I love Michael Jackson as himself in Moonwalker. Did I not say that? But you gotta admit, it still slaps as a music video compilation as opposed to a short film.
Well, yeah, some music video compilations do make good films, like Interstellar 5555.
So that's the difference between this and Moonwalker. That was a bunch of songs that were animated around it. So Moonwalker literally only showcased one song from Bad, and that was Smooth Criminal. Everything else were music videos that actually aired on TV. So you gotta remember, we got this whole story with the little girl and the two kids and everything else. But out of
90s,
we only got Smooth Criminal. Bad was in late 80s, I want to say. I think Bad was 89. It might have been 80, I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, no, some things happen for a reason, people. So what do you got?
I'm checking Moonwalker. When did it came out? 1988.
Yeah. I was talking about the Bad album itself.
The box office was 67 million, and the budget was 22 million, but if it was made in 2010, it'd be 60 million.
The budget or the box office?
The budget, apparently. I don't know why Wikipedia did
made
this.
its money back even after inflation.
Right. I don't know why Wikipedia did this. Like they said, oh, the budget was 22 million, but if it was made today, it'd be 60 million. But the box office was 67 million. So like I don't know why they made a point and made that. Anyways, that was weird.
A lot of people do that for some reason. I don't know why either, but it happens.
Anyways, in case you're wondering, you can watch on Amazon Prime.
Yeah. Well, is that to rent or is that to actually watch? I'm about to check right now. Let me go to Prime.
I think it's to rent.
Because I might have to go the other way because I have been wanting to watch Moonwalker, and I do need to hack my Super Nintendo. I mean, not my Super Nintendo, my Sega Genesis. So your boy can play Moonwalker because it is about that time.
Oh Lordy!
Hey man, Moonwalker slapped.
Did it though?
The game, yes. What's wrong with you? Yeah, it's to rent.
I can't remember.
Although you can get the Blu-ray for $16.99, and it looks like it's a UK version, so I don't know how that will work on US Blu-ray players, because that sucks. I mean, I might go for it and just have to return it, but push comes to shove, or I can just go the other route. But I mean, it is what it is, right? Talk to me. What you got?
All right. Well, I had the pleasure of watching Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. I'll give a more in-depth review next week, but my preliminary
episode drop, right?
What was that? Yeah, it dropped. We have 2 episodes. I only watched 1, but we have 2. I'm gonna go back and watch another one
Okay, so
tomorrow.
you're gonna do a review on all 3 next week.
I'll give a preliminary review of the first part of the series that I saw, or the first 3 episodes, anyways. More in depth, anyways. This one is going to be just a general vibe of the show.
Okay.
Spoiler alert: it's amazing.
People couldn't do it.
Bernard has an issue with sword and sorcery.
I don't know.
How far back can a property be depicted? Like you liked Sherlock Holmes, right, with Robert Downey Jr., but that was in like the industrial England era, which is like late 1800s, early 1900s. So that's okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Western's okay, right? So like 1800s, 1700s, Wild Wild West.
I don't really rock with westerns. Honestly, the last western I watched was Wild Wild West. I did not.
Okay, what about Civil War films and stuff like that? Is that too far back?
I don't think I've ever watched a Civil War film.
All right, so no past depictions of any time era for you.
I think it's just a sword and sorcery thing, dude. Honestly.
Right, but how far back is too far back? Because like, what about Braveheart?
I never saw Braveheart.
Man, you looking sus. I'm just saying, you know. Okay, I'm trying to think of a film that would. All right, so like Netflix King, like with Timothy Chalamet and Robert Pattinson and a bunch of other people. Like what? Like,
Didn't even know that was a thing, dude.
That was a really good movie. It came out 2019, I think. It was really good.
Didn't know that was a thing. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you.
Gladiator.
I saw Gladiator. I fucks with
And
Gladiator.
is that too far back?
Gladiator was a once watch for me, although I did watch Troy multiple times.
Okay, so is Troy too far back?
No.
So, but you also watched 300. Is 300 a multi-watch for you?
Watched it once, I can honestly say that.
But would you watch it again?
I don't know.
I'm trying to discern here because it's like, is it the era? Is it the low technology?
I honestly don't know, Samir. I don't know what to tell you. I've tried. I'm
just trying to figure it out.
I own The Hobbit on Blu-ray. As a matter of fact,
we're not talking about. We're not talking about Lord of the Rings. All right, we're not talking about that.
I know, but we're talking about sword and sword. I thought we were talking about sword and sorcery.
We are, but I'm trying to see out which part of this is it the sword or is it sorcery or is it bow? Like
I don't know.
Gladiator has sword.
I mean, stupid. See, I got the Blu-ray box set.
We believe you. I'm just saying. Okay, so Gladiator has swords.
Yeah,
300 has some sorcery in it now. So, you know that was okay though, right?
Yeah.
All right, hang on.
I don't know. It might just be I was gonna say tokenism, but no, I don't rock with The Witcher either. So,
what about that awful Tyrion? What's that guy's name? That Robin Hood movie that came out a couple years ago.
I didn't watch it.
So you didn't watch that.
I saw
Robin Hood. What about Robin Hood Prince of Thieves?
Huh?
Robin Hood Prince of Thieves.
I saw that, and I saw Robin Hood Men in Tights as well.
Would you watch those again?
Maybe, but mainly because of Bryan Adams. You gotta admit that song slaps.
All right, what about Kingdom of Heaven with Orlando Bloom?
Didn't see it, heard it. And nope, that's a lie. I was working at the movie theater when it came out, so no. I told you. Primarily any movie that came out, I think we just talked about this last week. Primarily any movie that came out around 2005, I'm not really rewatching because I watched them to the point of nauseum. Episode 3, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Oh, we talked about it 2 weeks ago with Chris. Beauty Shop, Guess Who, Kingdom of Heaven, The Ring 2, Cursed, Batman Begins, and I can't remember what else came out in 2005, but a lot of crap.
Yeah, but so you basically had watched very little films that take place in the past. Is that what you understand?
I don't know.
What about that movie Glory? Sorry, Matthew Broderick and
I saw Glory. Denzel, yes.
Yes. Okay. So is that too far back? That was in the Civil War.
No, it's not.
So you will watch. Okay.
It's a hard watch. I mean, I even watched the new Root series that came out maybe
right. And you watched 12 Years a Slave.
No,
so
I didn't watch it.
You didn't? Oh my God, you didn't watch that.
I watched Birth of a Nation.
Okay, so you watched that. What about? All right, hang on a sec. Now I'm just curious because this is just boggling my mind. Like your movie history is just weird.
It's all over the place. I know.
It ain't all over the place. It's only going in one direction. Because it's like you don't seem to go back very often. You don't watch very many period pieces. Like, how do you not watch period pieces?
I saw the other bowling girl.
That one wasn't even that good.
I
So
saw
you watched,
Tristan.
so, but that's
I saw
that.
Tristan and Isolde.
You saw what?
Tristan and Isolde.
Oh God! All right, so you watched those two films. Not that good, but you watched those. So that's not far. So that's pretty far back. Okay, yes, right. You don't like Ridley Scott, so you didn't see The Last Duel.
Nope.
All right, so I'm
I'm an Enigma dude.
So those films are fine, but if you add even a little bit of magic, it's not fine.
I don't even know if it's the magic. I honestly don't know what it is.
I'm boggled because there's two. Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones are two vastly different properties, and you hate both of them.
It's not that I hate them, Samir. I never said I hate them. I just said they're not for me.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to figure out where it goes wrong. I can tell you exactly.
Hey, man, I just realized we're kind of contrasting each other. You're wearing a black shirt. I'm wearing a white shirt.
I guess. But I also have a graphic on mine. Look, it's like I can tell you exactly why I don't like a movie half most of the time. I would say 90% of the time, I can tell you exactly where the movie lost me.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to figure out where this genre, and it's such a vast blanket.
I know it's an envelope. So
that's what I'm trying to figure out.
I can't help you, dude.
You can't help yourself.
Bernard don't rock with sword and sorcery. He likes swords. He likes sorcery. But
right, but half the films I named, you didn't go watch King. Watch King on Netflix. It's a great film. All right, watch it and see how you feel about it.
Okay.
So I'm like, what, like, where does it end? Like, what's up?
I don't know what to tell you, dude.
Because you didn't like Sandman, and that kind of spanned time.
Yeah, and that was overly melodramatic.
Overly melodramatic. What does that even mean?
I don't know, but do I
like wrestling? You like pro wrestling, and what do you mean melodramatic?
Okay, so don't do that. I don't watch wrestling all the time. I watch wrestling on occasion.
And like Power Rangers, where's the melodrama's all over the place? It drips with melodrama.
Okay, look, that's another thing. I don't watch Power Rangers consistently. Okay, I haven't watched Power Rangers like as a complete season since I want to say 2006. And that was one summer when Freeform.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
We were going over this. I haven't seen this Pirates movie. My Pirates knowledge comes from Kingdom Hearts 2 and 3. I have them downloaded. I just never got around to watching them.
You like Uncharted, though.
Yeah.
Uncharted has some magic in it.
Yes.
Okay. So
the movie doesn't have magic in it, though.
So magic is fine. Yeah, the movie's garbage. The magic is fine in the Uncharted video games.
Yeah.
But if they had swords,
okay. So let me flip and reverse this, like Missy Elliott said. So I don't know if it's just viewing Sword and Sorcery because I have both Shadow and Mordor games. I bought them twice, and I can watch those. I mean, I can play those throughout. Like I said, dude, I don't know what it is.
We'll have to revisit this. Anyways, back to the Rings of Power. So, all right, like I said, I'm gonna gloss over it, but yeah, spoiler alert, they're amazing. The show is amazing so far. One of the things, there's a couple things though that people review bombing the show. Angry nerds being a bunch of weirdos and just hating on something that they either haven't seen yet or have seen and just hating it because it exists.
Frustratingly, a word.
Frustratingly, we're gonna say it is and move.
It is, yeah, because I'm writing the
So first off, apparently Black people can't be in fantasy settings. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
but apparently people
you didn't get that from people talking about House of the Dragon.
Yeah, no, they didn't like that there was Black people in Middle Earth either. It's like y'all can't be in Middle Earth.
It's like this is ours. No, you can't be here.
Yeah, so I like that I like that the cast is a lot more female driven this time around. Dude, The Hobbit is a sausage fest. They had one female character, and I think they fabricated her out of thin air. Okay?
Oh no, they fabricated the love triangle.
No, I don't. Was the character even? No, the character wasn't.
No,
In
I don't think the
original.
character was in there.
No, they fabricated her out of thin air. Then
Yeah,
okay,
because I'm trying to remember, dude, because it was so long since the Hobbit came out, and I remember talking about this on my old podcast because I remember bringing it up. Like the only reason why Evangeline Lilly even joined the cast because she said, "I don't want to be in no more love triangles." And I guess Peter Jackson blatantly lied to her face and said, "Okay, yeah, you thought."
oh well, she signed that contract and they flipped the
Yeah.
script. All right, next is going to be the original trilogy was also very male driven. There was barely any female characters.
Yeah, Riddick.
Huh?
You said Riddick.
No, the first trilogy.
Oh,
it was very male led.
Yeah.
How you heard Riddick?
I don't know.
All right. Anyways, yeah. So there was like two prominent female characters, one of which didn't even get that much screen time in the book. If I mean, I could be totally wrong. I never read those books, but if I'm not mistaken, a lot of the things that Arwen did was
Played by Liv Tyler.
Yeah, it was actually done by a different character who was a male actually in the book, and they kind of just swapped him out because they didn't have screen time. Made her do all this stuff, like the whole scene at the river. That wasn't her. That was him.
I don't know nothing about that.
Again, I'm not a Tolkien. I'm not that big of a Tolkien fan. I have not read those books, so y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. What?
I said you got this from TikTok.
No.
I don't know.
I did not get it from TikTok. Why are you somebody get everything from TikTok?
Did you get a lot of stuff from TikTok?
I do not get a lot of stuff from TikTok. I watch TikTok and then I pick up some new information. I obviously fact check it first, but no, all my knowledge is not from TikTok. The hell.
Okay. Continue.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue. Goddamn, sorry, nigga. What was I gonna say? Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, and then you had Eowyn, who obviously she had her iconic moment with the Witch King of Agmar. So that was kind of cool. That was super cool. But that was pretty much it for the entire trilogy, if I'm not mistaken. So but this time around, they're focusing more on Galadriel. And also they have a bunch of other supporting casts that hopefully will become more prominent as the series goes on. So I
got a little mad when I saw Celebrimbor. I'm like, I get that, he's not the age.
So that's my next point, actually. So
I'm like, who's this nigga? That's not the Celebrimbor I know and love from
they're casting. But look, so apparently not Netflix, Amazon, helmed obviously helmed by granddaddy Warbucks Jeff Bezos, does not have the rights to all the properties of Lord of the Rings and all the Tolkien-verse.
Okay,
right?
hold on, wait. Explain that. How can you make a show when you don't have the rights?
So here's what they have the rights to. They have the rights to the Lord of the Rings, which is the trilogy.
Yeah, because I'm looking at Prime right now and it's recommending I watch the first Lord of the Rings movie.
Right, yeah, exactly. But that's not all the stuff that Tolkien wrote. He wrote the Silmarillion. He wrote a bunch of other tomes and things like that. The Silmarillion.
So they just have Lord of the Rings. They don't have like the appendices.
No, so look, this is what happened. He wrote The Hobbit. People loved it. And then he came out with the Silmarillion, which is an encyclopedia of Middle Earth. It tells
the appendices, my guy.
Yeah. So basically, they don't have rights to that though. And that's chock filled with lore. It's filled with characters, it's filled with languages, it's filled with places, events, geography. It's an encyclopedia for the entire franchise. And I think there was a couple other things he wrote before and after Lord of the Rings, before he actually put pen to paper. So they don't have rights on it. They just have the trilogy, which is very hard. So they have to basically pull characters out or not reference it that deeply. Like they can say, "Oh, this is Celebrimbor. He's a smith." That is it. That's all they can say about him. They can't say that he may have forged the rings or something. I don't know if they can say that, or if they do, I don't know how they're going. Basically, they have to kind of dance around.
They got to tread lightly.
Yeah, they got to tread lightly. Otherwise, they're gonna get sued to hell. So they got to be very careful, and they got to make their own stuff up as they go. Which so far they've been doing pretty good. So
it's only 2 episodes.
Well, yeah, but I want to give them a pass so far because honestly, what they're doing right now is amazing. The set design, I don't want to get into it. I'm going to get into it next week.
They're using the same sets from Lord of the Rings. Remember, those sets were never demolished, so it's not like they really built anything.
I don't care. It's amazing.
They were like out in the wherever in New Zealand, and I don't know. Like, they probably fixed them up a little bit.
No, they didn't just reuse the sets. They had definitely done more
No, and they use like a lot of these sets out there.
It looks amazing.
And I'm getting to that. They cleaned it up, obviously, because it's been around since freaking 2000, 99, 2000. Who knows how long it took for them to film the first Lord of the Rings movie.
It looks amazing.
And obviously, you got to clean that crap up after like being abandoned for 21 years.
So yeah, it's just I'm excited for more of this, and I'm glad they've done I'm glad they were able to do what they did so far, and I can't wait to see what else they have in store for us.
That makes one of us. I tried. I'm sorry. But all right, a little bit of Marvel news that made Samir mad. So the Wonder Man series has gained a cast member who will be making his third appearance in the MCU. And that is good old Trevor Slattery, played by the one, the only Sir Ben Kingsley. Samir?
I mean, I'm not mad. I just don't like Trevor Slattery.
You got to do this one thing, like when we're doing video. Occasionally look at the camera.
I am looking at the camera.
You were literally like looking off.
I just turned my head so you look at your bitch ass. I'm looking at the camera.
All right. So yeah, I mean, first bit of cast news that we've gotten for the Wonder Man series or movie. I don't know what this is because some people are saying movie, some people are saying series.
I don't like Wonder Man. I think he's a crappy character.
Okay, look, you have to give Wonder Man some grace because the same way Jeff Johns decided to write Niles Caulder as a dick, Brian Michael Bendis decided to write Wonder Man as a pacifist.
Nah, he was lame before that.
Was he? Because you never read anything with Wonder Man before that.
What about, okay, so who wrote him when he came back from out of the woodworks trying to fight the whole team, saying they had this plan? That was Bendis who did that?
Yes.
Who put him back on the team later on as a pacifist?
I think Bendis originally wrote him as a pacifist, and then Jason Aaron wrote Uncanny Avengers. So he was on that team as a pacifist.
Hang on a second.
What you looking at? Who fucked up Wonder Man? You messed up Simon West because once again, you not doing that. You doing that thing that I told you not to do.
Deal with it.
Yeah, that's why I'm talking to kind of help with the dead air, but
it's not dead air.
You literally just
talking right now.
I know I'm talking now, but you should have been talking as well, as opposed to, rebutting what I'm saying. So, I could cut all this out, but I'm not going to because I'm talking.
I'm trying to quote this actual character, but it's like, no, Scarlet Witch called him out on it because as a reader, I was getting tired of his BS. It's like, why are you on a superhero team if you don't like throwing a punch? So time and time again, mind you, this is one of the most strongest characters in the Marvel universe, right? And time again, he drops the ball. He is not dependable. He sucks. Okay, and Scarlet Witch caught him on it. He basically said, "Yeah, you judge us for defending ourselves and others with violence, and instead of doing something about it to mitigate damage, you just sit there and judge us for our actions when you don't do anything." Something to that effect. Okay, and that's what he does. All right, I don't want to throw a punch. I don't know what I'm doing. Why are you here? Go home. No one wants you there. He's garbage. Now, obviously they're gonna write him differently in the MCU. That's a boring character that can't throw a punch. All right, I'm not against pacifism. I'm against people who throw themselves in danger as pacifists. Now, what are you doing? Being a punching bag?
I think he dropped the pacifism during the whole War of the Realms thing. I can't remember.
Yeah, maybe. But his character was trash for a while.
Yeah, then Rogue absorbed him and we know how that went.
Good. Best thing that ever happened to that character.
Oh God. What am I gonna do with you, man? What you got?
Hang on, I'm still looking this up. I'm gonna try to find this this quote.
It don't matter, bro. You basically gave us a rundown of the quote.
I want to get the exact thing if I can find a panel though.
I already tried it and I couldn't find it.
Yeah, I'm not finding it. They were on the Quinjet, and I know Wanda was the pilot. Someone else was in there. It was another female member. I don't think it was Carol though, but it was It was definitely recent, like in the last 10 years, this panel.
Yeah, it's from Uncanny Avengers, but
Yeah, God, that team sucks.
that team did not suck, dude.
It did. It was BS. It was BS tokenism, and I hated it. It's like
it was a little bit of everybody. They had
after Captain America got put in his place at the AVX. Okay, he felt guilty. He's like, "Yo, let's put some X-Men on the Avengers."
That is not what he said.
And then, like, "Oh yeah, it's a Unity division, so it's not the real Avengers. Let's put y'all to the side. It wasn't even the real full team."
Bro, that was the main Avengers book.
Man, oh yeah, and then they had Rogue looking all crazy because of Wonder Man being a dick. God, I hate that freaking guy.
Let it go, dude. You might have some pent-up issues when it comes to Simon Williams.
I hope they fix his character. That's the one time where the MCU version is going to be better than the original version. I hope they fix his character because he's garbage.
I mean, MCU Quicksilver is better than his counterpart.
No.
So the guy who calls House of M and
yes, he's an interesting character. Pietro Maximoff is an interesting character.
And stole the Terrigen Mist and lied to everybody.
Yeah, no, he's a crappy individual.
That's what I'm
but
saying.
He's interesting though.
So
Wonder Man isn't even interesting. He's garbage. He's literally not an interesting character. They wrote he's not interesting to read about. He sucks. He's worse than the Sentry. And that says a lot because I can't stand the Sentry.
Okay, so now you're just throwing in people with mental illness issues.
Look, you can have mental illness, all right? Mark Spector, he's interesting to read about, and he can still have mental illness. Don't be boring, okay? It's like that character did nothing the entire time he was on the New Avengers. And then when Osborn took over, he still didn't do nothing. And he let his wife get killed. No. All right?
Look, they told him his wife left him. And Bullseye snapped her neck and threw out the Quinjet.
Man,
yo, you know how I wish lived?
Garbage.
You know
why did he stay behind?
You know how I wish lived through that whole Dark Avengers stuff? Huh? Victoria Hand.
What happened? What?
I said, you know who I wish lived through that whole Victoria Hand.
Victoria Hand. Why am I forgetting?
She was the liaison. She was basically like Norman Osborn's Maria Hill. She had like black and purple hair.
Yeah, she didn't. No, she lived.
She did. They killed her. She got killed by the hood, dude.
Victoria Hand. Why am I'm forgetting this whole character?
Wow. Look at you.
Yo, she did. Okay, I think I started to remember. She did kind of suck. Wasn't she sleeping with somebody?
Not that I can remember.
Victoria Hand. Hang on. What else did she do? She didn't just get killed by the Red Hood.
Like I said, dude, that's all I remember. She was pretty much loyal to the government. So I guess she was supposed to like be the eyes.
She was before she worked with no,
her first appearance was in Dark Avengers. Yeah, I think it might have been Dark Avengers #1.
Oh, I guess she did get killed by the Red Hood. She did kind of suck though.
Yeah, then they killed her off on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It was like, oh, she's not around anymore.
She wasn't really that good. She was morally bankrupt.
Oh God. I can't.
I mean, okay, look. Okay, here's the thing. She was interesting. So yeah, I wasn't sad to see her go because she's one of those characters you love to hate. So when they finally get their comeuppance, you're like, yeah, you know? Now, if they bring her back eventually, that'd be kind of cool. I understand the concept of broken, characters, but that's a good cast. Wow, they got a good cast for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, I told you, man. People was. I'm not doing this with you.
What? Doing what?
People were asleep on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
They weren't asleep. It didn't matter. All right. I'm sorry to say Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't look. The only thing we pulled out of that series was
for starters, Sif showed up.
Yes.
Hill showed up. Nick Fury showed up. Coulson gave Fury that Quinjet. I mean, not that Quinjet, that helicarrier on Age of Ultron. They dealt with the Superhuman Registration Act. They basically,
so here's the thing. I'm a huge MCU fan. I watched like 2 episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
And you're the reason like no one like
it's like I didn't need to see any of it.
It's people like you who are the reason why they
it's like here's the thing. Like for instance, if you skip a movie, like let's say, oh, I'm not gonna watch any Captain America movies, you're gonna be confused. Oh, I'm not gonna watch any Doctor Strange movies. Oh, why is this character here? You're gonna be confused.
See, okay? I get it, but that's also the problem when you do a TV show spun off of a film.
Yeah, but then these new Marvel shows, oh, why is this happening? Oh, snap. I didn't watch that TV show. You're gonna be confused. These TV shows matter.
Yeah, because now they're under the Marvel Studios umbrella.
Yes, which is why Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't matter. I get that you like the show. I'm sorry it got canceled. It didn't matter.
It ended. It didn't get canceled. There's a difference.
It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
You know, this is gonna be a clip for TikTok, right?
All right, so yeah, I'm sorry. All right, let's go ahead and have a round of silence for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It was gone before its time.
Shut up. What's your story, man?
I mean, I just ripped on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for like 10 minutes straight. I think
your
that's
story.
Okay, so let's see. Hang on. You know, we really didn't post that many episodes. Yo,
yeah, it's been like a slow week.
They released a photo of the Hellraiser, Jamie Clayton as Hellraiser. She looks so cool. Yo, I can't wait for
I
this.
saw that, and I can't remember if this is a TV show or what.
It's a reboot, obviously. Let's see if it's a series. Hang on.
Because I can't remember.
Hang on, let's just go ahead and hang on.
It's a movie.
Okay, it's a movie. All right. I'm super excited. Jamie Clayton looks super good. And first off, I know it's been said to death, but I'm gonna say it again, if just in case anyone in our audience doesn't know this. But the pinhead was depicted as an androgynous, female-appearing being. Okay. All right, so they casted a male because I guess they wanted them to have more gravity. Again, the 90s had no respect. Okay, so it's like, yeah, let's put a man there because women don't. No. Obviously now they wised up. I think this particular reboot is going to be better than the original. I think it's going to be able to do more than that last one did.
So where did you get that from?
What the original? The
okay, yeah.
Book?
And the Hellbound Heart Pinhead is described as an androgynous being with a feminine voice. In 87's Hellraiser, the character is portrayed by English actor Doug Bradley, who went on to perform the role for 6 subsequent films.
Damn, I didn't know there was that many films.
Bro, there's like 8 Hellraiser films. So that's the story of the Pinhead Heart. The Hellbound Heart, which was originally written by Clive Barker.
Yeah, Clive Barker.
Yeah, this is
not old Clive Barker.
Clive Barker is probably like 88.
Damn.
Oh, nope, 69. Sorry for putting that in. Shut up. Sorry for putting them extra years on your life, sir. Well, yeah, so this one is going to be more true to the story of that he originally wrote. And Jamie Clayton, who is an American actress who is 44 years old, who has been in not a damn thing that I've seen. I know she was Garston in Mass Effect. I did not watch Designated Survivor. I did not watch the L World Generation Q.
She was also in Sensei.
Oh, she's on, I didn't watch that. Oh, apparently she's on Roswell, New Mexico.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so she was in something I've seen that I need to hurry up and finish and watch the last couple episodes.
You had to see more from Jamie Clayton.
No, bro, that's her. Okay, her filmography is short as shit. Starts in 2010 with Transform Me, which was a reality show. She was in Hung on HBO, which I did not watch, with Thomas Jane. Dirty Work. It sounds familiar. That is not what I was thinking about. She was on an episode of Are We There Yet? In 2013, she was in Hustling. From 15 to 18, she was in Sense8. From 16, she was in Neon Demon, Motive, BoJack Horseman, same. 2017, Mass Effect Andromeda, The Snowman, and The Chain. Didn't see none of it so far. All right.
All right, fine, I get it.
Okay. Basically, I ain't seen none.
Well, you'll see her. You'll see her in Hellraiser.
Yes.
Excited.
Yeah, so I'm gonna check that out.
When does it get released? Oh snap! This is October. October gonna be lit.
It's lit. So the premise is a young woman struggling with addiction comes into possession of an ancient box unaware that its purpose is to summon the Cenobites, a group of sadistic supernatural beings from another dimension. So, as we
by the way, young woman is played by Odessa Azion.
You can just say Adeline. It's Pamela Adeline's daughter.
Who's Pamela Adeline's daughter?
Oh, for the love of fucking God. Did you start Better Things yet?
I have not got around to Better Things.
Better Things? Pamela Adeline plays the lead character in Better Things, and I believe Better Things is a spinoff of Louis, but she also appeared in Louis. She was on Californication, and she is the voice of Bobby Hill.
Okay, yeah.
How many times do I have to tell you who Pamela Adeline is? This is the first time on the podcast.
At least once more, sir.
But this is like the fifth time I've told you who Pamela Adeline is. Yeah, but
damn. Okay, so all right, there's been a lot of talk about nepotism babies, and anyways, I'm not saying Odessa is a nepotism baby, but she seems to have come out of nowhere. And
no, she was in a movie called Conception in 2011.
Yeah, but then Total Gap, so she must have went to college.
Oh no, her mom's in the movie.
Oh yeah, she's just her only part is interview kid.
Yeah.
Okay, look,
she was in an episode of Better Things with her mother.
I don't think she's necessarily a bad thing to be a nepotism baby.
I don't think it's nepotism. So like she only did those two things with her mom. Everything else,
but now she has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 films to be announced.
I see that
she's attached to. These are a lot of projects to be attached to.
That doesn't necessarily mean nepotism. That just means she went out for those roles and she got them. Hell, the first time I ever heard of her, she was on a show with Tone Bell and Nina Dobrev. If you remember Tone Bell, remember in like season 1 of The Flash when Iris was working at the newspaper and there was this black dude who was working with her?
I can't even remember that.
Well, that's Tone Bell, and Nina Dobrev is from she was from one of the damn shows that was on Fox. Never mind. She was on the Vampire Diaries. So she was on this with Sheryl Lee Ralph, Gary Cole, and Brian Michael Stokes. It got canceled after 1 season. So I ain't seen Odessa Zion and 3 years.
Well, she was on the main cast of this show called Grand Army, but they got canceled after 1 season in 2020.
Yeah, and she did an episode of a show called Ghosts.
Right. But again, she has like a lot of movies lined up, and she could probably easily get another series under her belt too. I don't know. Like I said, I don't think there's anything wrong with a nepotism baby. Everyone starts small. Like look at Bryce Dallas Howard. She started like she was on Twilight. That was her first role or something like that. And then she was in Lady in the Water, and she barely had any speaking lines. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't think it's nepotism. I think she's just really trying to get out there and like be more out there.
I'm just saying, it looks like mommy gave her a little boost. But again, I don't think anything inherently wrong.
So in my eyes, nepotism is who's the perfect example of it? Tori Spelling.
But you only think of that because Tori Spelling is disliked. Okay, Bryce Dallas Howard, who everyone likes, is a nepotism baby.
I don't think she's a nepotism baby.
Dude, Ron Howard definitely opened up her career. Don't think that, come on. You know he did.
Stop it. So
why does nepotism have to be a bad thing? It's like you have a kid, make their life easier. What are you there for as a parent? It makes no sense. No, they got to struggle.
What did you say Bryce Dallas Howard's first movie was?
It's like her first role was like one of her first big roles was in Twilight.
So just fuck Spider-Man 3, huh?
She had even less time on that.
I guess.
She barely had any speaking roles on Spider-Man.
I guess.
So even then, it's like small roles. And then it just grew from there. And now she's directing Star Wars episodes. And everyone likes her.
Dude,
just saying.
I like, okay. Oh, no. Terminator Salvation?
What about Terminator Salvation?
She was in that?
She was the wife, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't think Ron Howard helped her out with that?
I don't
think
freaking
Howard.
Bro, stop thinking every person gets a leg up because of nepotism.
Nah, man.
Sometimes people gotta grind.
Some people do grind. You know who grinded?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence grinded.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, she grinded. She came from a very small middle American family.
Bro, I thought you was gonna say somebody, with like
famous? Like Jennifer Lawrence?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jennifer Lawrence, she grinded.
Okay, but you just said she came out of the middle of nowhere. I was talking about, okay, the definition of nepotism is to get a leg up from somebody who was already in that
Yeah, like Ron Howard.
Okay, I was going to say someone who did not use nepotism in their favor. Nicolas Cage.
Okay, why? And I used Jennifer Lawrence as an example. Why is that a worse example?
Because Nicolas Cage could have used his family name to get his foot in the door, which he did not. That's what I was trying to say. Nicolas Cage is the nephew of Francis Ford Coppola.
Okay.
You know the guy who directed The Godfather?
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Everyone doesn't use nepotism.
No, it doesn't. But like I said, I don't think it's inherently a bad thing. Emma Roberts.
Yeah, I mean, when she invested the best, okay, another perfect example of that, Rumor Willis. Rumor Willis has only done one movie with both her parents. Well, I mean, I think both. I mean, I think she only did one movie with her mom, and that was Striptease. Other than that, she's gone off and done her own thing. She's been in Empire, and she did, what was the name of that horror movie she did? Was it Prom Date? All right, Rumor Willis was in.
Well, she looks just like her mom.
Yeah.
I mean, that face is already nepotism.
Really, bro?
I'm just saying she looks just like Demi Moore.
Sorority Row, that's what it was. When they introduced Elba in this movie, apparently Carrie Fisher was in it. But that's neither here nor there. But anyway, we're excited for Pinhead, which comes out October 7th.
Yeah.
We just in 10 minutes talking about freaking nepotism.
Why did we get on that in the first place?
Because you brought up Odessa Zion being in Hellraiser.
Oh, yeah. And then I felt, yeah, because she's clear. I mean, look, I'm just saying there's nothing inherently wrong. People have this issue with nepotism, baby. I think nepotism is an issue when the station is of the utmost importance. Like politics should not have nepotism, but it does.
Yeah, why you think Donald Trump hired all his kids to work at the White House?
That's damaging nepotism. They
were already working for him. Okay, a sign of good nepotism.
Willow Smith.
Willow Smith. No, not really. Because Willow said, no, I'm not doing it. See, this is why you need to read Will Smith's book. So remember when Whip My Hair came out?
Uh-huh.
Willow said, yeah, Dad, I'm done. And she showed her hair.
Yeah.
She wanted to just be a one-hit wonder, and that was it. So
that's fine. But
I'm
not saying that they're benefiting off of his fame though. And that's fine.
I'm just saying Willow and Jaden did not use nepotism. They literally got in the studio and grinded. Like
I'm not saying that they didn't work
hard. How do we get back to this?
We work hard. It is hard to be an actor, okay? It's not easy, okay? I'm just saying
that's why Jaden doesn't act anymore, because Will used his nepotism on After Earth and goddamn bought the rights to the Karate Kid. Did you forget that Will Smith is a producer on the Karate Kid and Cobra Kai?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nepotism.
Okay, and that's fine.
And it traumatized Jaden to the point where he don't want to act anymore.
You know why? Because people have an issue with nepotism. If people didn't, I think he wouldn't have had the problem with that. Anyways, I digress.
Jaden, I mean, they're like also in Will's book. This is the last bit I'm going to say on nepotism, and then I'm going to my next story. So in Will's book, he talks about getting Jaden to do After Earth. He said, yeah, I got Jaden the role, but I wanted Jaden to stand on his own 2 feet. So there's a part in the book where like Will's in his trailer, but he has like cameras all over the place just to see how people treat Jaden. And I think he said like one of the APs came up to him and said he had to do something again. And instead of him going to, Will, he was like, yeah, I don't think, I can't remember what it was, but basically he said like, he didn't have to like do anything to like put Jaden on besides get him in that movie. And that was it. Jaden basically did everything on his own.
I mean, that movie's meta because it's like
that's just the only example I got. Like I said, Willow cut off her hair. What more do you want from the Smiths? She shaved her head because
I don't have no beef with the Smiths. I'm just
I know, but you talking about nepotism. It's like, bro, we are not like a podcast that talks about
No, we're not. But we got stuck on that because of
you get stuck on it because you brought up nepotism. But yeah, Pinhead drops October 7th on Hulu, people.
I'm excited.
Someone who I've grown to love as an actress, and it sucks that she's leaving Euphoria. Barbie Ferreira. She was in almost at Up. Nope, for all of 2 seconds. She was the girl who worked at the bootleg Best Buy in California, who scared the guy, Brandon Pereira. You seen Lost.
No, I'm not really.
So do you remember when he was looking at the cameras, despite the fact that them telling him not to look at the cameras, and the girl came up to him in the store?
Okay.
That's Barbie Ferreira. She was on Euphoria. She's leaving. Her and the creator got into it like during season 2. So he cut like half her roles because he was a dick. But she is joining the cast of a Blumhouse psychological thriller called House of Spoils. But we don't know anything else about it besides that. So yeah, we really don't know much about the movie. I did a little bit of digging to see what I could find. I just know that Barbie Ferreira's in it, and before she was cast, Ariana DeBose was cast. She was in Hamilton, and she was also in Schmigadoon on Apple TV Plus and West Side Story. She played Anita. So from what I found, I'm not sure if this is an actual synopsis, but this is from IMDb, that website Samir hates. So
I don't hate IMDb.
You just don't like the format of it. But it says it tells the story of a chef who opens her first restaurant where she battles kitchen chaos, a dubious investor, and self-doubt. But the pressure heats up thanks to the spirit of the estate's previous owner who threatens to sabotage her. Cool. Invested is Blumhouse. Blumhouse really doesn't do any wrong, but I'm gonna check it out when it comes out.
You don't like horror movies?
I do like horror movies. I just don't fuck with like the
supernatural.
Not necessarily the supernatural, because Freddy and Jason are still supernatural. I don't fuck with shit like The Ring and The Grudge.
So supernatural, so ghost stories.
Yeah, I mean, no, because I like 13 Ghosts. I don't know.
13 Ghosts was dumb.
It was still good.
Trash.
All right. Speaking of food, did you start The Bear on Netflix? I mean, not Netflix, Hulu.
Nah, I do want to eventually see it though.
Yeah, because people keep on talking about it. I'm like, yo, I don't got Hulu. I just know Jeremy Allen White's in it. He played Lip on Shameless. He was the one Gallagher I was rooting for. And he fucked it all up. I turned it into his father and becoming an alcoholic.
Oh.
Yeah, but so yeah, no release date on that movie yet, but when House of Spoils comes out, trust me, we are definitely going to talk about it. Oh, and this just happened, but by the time you guys hear this, it'll be a day late. We gotta say congratulations to Chadwick Boseman. He won a posthumous Emmy for reprising his role for Black Panther in
I guess we can give him congratulations. I mean, a posthumous one. I guess maybe to his family. I don't know. I mean,
you give it to his family.
Someone who's passed away? All right.
Yeah, they did it with Heath Ledger at the Oscars. I mean, we already know how I felt about The Dark Knight, so I'm not going to, drudge that up. But what's your next story, man?
All right, well, more Hogwarts Legacy news. So you can choose your Hogwarts house manually in the game. So that's cool.
Oh, so you can just override the sorting hat and say,
well, the sorting hat, the sorting hat will take your choice into account. So if you really want to go to a house, he's going to put you in the house. He's not going to put you in a house that you don't want to be in.
Okay. Because because Harry kind of did that. That's the whole not Slytherin. Yeah,
and then they said, "Oh, well, you could be great as a Slytherin. Are you sure?"
Yeah,
and then he said, "No, all right, well, fine. Gryffindor, there's Gryffindor."
Why are you doing that voice? Don't do that, because that's not how the house.
That's not how the house. No,
that's not how the hats sounded, and you just fucking with childhood right now. I mean, although
Gryffindor.
The writer in question kind of already fucked with our childhoods, but
actually, yeah, she did.
Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, hobo. That's a inside joke, because we were talking about that earlier. But so yeah, I mean, I wonder if there's going to be a setting where it's like pick your own house or let the hat choose based off of the qualifications and attributes of the character that you put into it.
Yeah, there should be bonuses you get from each house. Otherwise, what's the point?
There doesn't necessarily need to be bonuses. I just want to, not necessarily, because at that point it feels like a choose your own adventure. It's like, oh, you want to be in Gryffindor? Okay, cool. This is how this is going to play out for you. And I wonder if that's actually one of the things about the game, but they haven't told us. But we'll find out next year when the game comes out, because push back.
Yeah.
So
oh yeah, we got a review our review in She-Hulk.
Yeah, but I'm gonna just throw out this one last thing, because this is pretty much the last bit of news that we had. Because like we said, guys, slow week. Jordan Peele has said that there will be an expansion of the Nope universe. So he said we will get more answers. So based off of the news story that I shared in the Twitter chat, a lot of people ain't fucking with it. Somebody said, shit movie, 2 hours wasted. It doesn't seem like a movie had a point.
It had a huge point.
Somebody said a prequel would be fired. The prequel got to be centered around Keith David. Nope, thank you. This movie was straight ass.
What they want from that movie?
I don't know. Somebody said nope.
Like, that movie was so deep on so many levels. It was just a well done piece of media, cinema.
Yeah, somebody was like, nope. These movies get shittier with each release. I'm like, I kind of.
You know what? Okay, here's the problem.
Let me get this off real quick. I made a false error in judgment.
What? Chris
did not like no. He texted me at like 11:59 when he was watching it.
Well, I mean, he did like day shift, so I mean,
God damn, Spirit.
Clearly, we need someone who can. You need to be able to think a little bit when you watch the cinema. You can't just turn your brain on. Like, look, people love Get Out, because Get Out, its narrative was on its sleeve. You can easily
but a
discern
lot of people
what he
didn't
meant.
necessarily pay attention to the narrative. They just liked the story. They didn't
exactly. So look,
but
there was so much
the overall
commentary.
concept of like the hidden meaning of
right.
Like,
but
I mean,
so
white
much,
people wanting to be black so much and things of that nature.
Yeah, and well-meaning liberals, well-meaning white liberals, and how racist they can be. Like, yeah, there's a commentary on all that, and it's deep.
Yeah,
and then
I felt a lot of people weren't paying attention to that.
Right. Well,
they were just paying attention to the
at the very least, you can catch the overt racism.
Yes.
And then there's Nope in comparison, where it's a commentary on how basically this family was trying to maintain a space of their own, i.e., a black space. Trying to cut out their own piece of the world. And of course, that was they showed that by getting the picture first, and they showed it in so many ways. Like, you saw Steve Yeun's character, how he was pushing in trying to buy their ranch, or how the TMZ guy was trying to get the picture first, at the detriment to them. During their detriment to their safety, and it was on purpose that his helmet was mirrored. Was mirrored. So that was
Samir.
Yeah.
Point. Let me use something dark.
What?
The point.
The point. What?
Went over everyone's head.
Oh yeah. Okay. And that's still, I didn't still see it.
I know. I'm like, screw it. I picked. It was look. This is just straight black. This is a hard drive case, bro. See, look, I gotta lower it.
All right, green screen, man. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Anyways,
so yeah, I mean, like we said, this is a slow week. We did our best to milk an hour for you guys. So
I think we did a good job.
Yeah, I think we did a good job.
I mean, I'll always rip on Agents of Shield.
Fuck you. All right, let's get into She-Hulk episode 3. The People versus Emil Blonsky, directed by
AKA the twerkening.
Can we save that so I get
it's the whole episode. It's what everyone's gonna talk about.
So, episode was directed by Kat Corio. Writers were Francesca Gillies, Jacqueline Gillies, and Jessica Gao. Obviously stars Tatiana Maslany, Jenna Gazongo, Josh Segarra, who, He's somebody who I see occasionally, like every now and then. Guest stars Tim Roth, Benedict Wong,
and Megan Thee Stallion.
I was going to say Peg O'Keefe, who played Bruno, and of course Megan Pete, aka Megan Thee Stallion. So, synopsis is She-Hulk represents Emil Blonsky, aka the Abomination, but his parole hearing doesn't go as planned. For starters, I'm glad Wong actually showed up to the trial.
You think he would?
I had doubts, like maybe like he would have showed up at like the last minute, because this is a sitcom, so that does happen in sitcoms sometimes. Like the person to show up at the last minute, then they convince the people that of the thing that they were supposed to do originally, but they showed up late, and then it turns around, as opposed to him showing up. And I was looking at it. Wong worked at Target and come charged for 9 years. And I like how Wong just basically turned into old buddy from SpongeBob when they told him, you committed a crime, and he was like, all right, I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
But yeah, so do we think we're gonna see some more of Emil Blonsky in this episode?
Nah, we don't need to.
I know we don't need to, but
he might come back in a later property. Sure, I would definitely like to see more of him now. But in this show, no, we need to move on. And it's funny because they already addressed the elephant in the room with the cameos.
Yeah, they also made that a trailer as well. So, and I like this episode. This might be my favorite episode because we also got the Wrecking Crew.
Dude, they did them dirty.
It's the Wrecking Crew. How else are you going to do the Wrecking Crew? Do you recall Luke Cage beat Buddy with the? I don't ever remember their names.
No,
okay, the boy with the crowbar and took his crowbar. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this.
Yeah, the record. He was hard to take down. It took the whole team, and if it wasn't for Spider-Woman, they wouldn't have won.
It's a sitcom.
He had them hands. All right. And
then they did it
so dirty.
And you got to remember, this is them starting out. So this isn't them season.
Day one, they had them weapons. It was like they were a threat. They won.
Nah, they got their asses whooped like the first couple times of their appearances. It took some time for them to get like, guy level tier with those pieces. Only thing I hated, really an Asgardian hard hat. I'm like, how the hell? And he's just headbutting her.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense. I mean,
but here's a question: who do you think sent them to go get a sample of her blood?
The leader?
You think was Tim Blake Nelson's gonna show up?
I hope. Oh, they got the character. They referenced his character 1 million years ago.
Yeah, they did 1 million years ago, but I mean, we'll find out when we find out because we got 6 more episodes left.
I can't think of anyone else who did it. Who will do it?
True. So I was kind of trying to figure out. Charlemagne, you were wrong. You said Megan Thee Stallion was going to show up in episode 4. He was off by 1. Disappointing me, Bernard. But
is that why you were saying episode 4?
Yeah, because he said it on the Breakfast Club.
Because he's the expert.
He does have an insight with Marvel. He has written several comics for Marvel, so
I guess.
I mean, who better than possibly someone who's written comics for Marvel, right? But like Dan Slott said, son, you're gonna take Dan Slott's word, right?
I mean, I'll take Dan Slott, yeah.
But anyway, so I was trying to figure out how on earth was Megan Thee Stallion going to fit in this, because Jen obviously practices superhuman law. And so we got the whole catfish case with her former coworker, aka DA Fuckboy.
That was hilarious. They ripped on him so hard the whole episode. He was
dating Megan Thee Stallion, but he obviously got catfished by a
shape-shifting light elf.
A shape-shifting light elf named Bruna, who basically showed her white privilege more or less by impersonating a judge as well as already being on trial for impersonating.
Well, that wasn't white privilege. That was stupidity.
You don't think that's white privilege?
No.
I mean,
That
they
was
could be one and
stupidity.
the same.
It's like, dude, it's like her lawyer was like, yo, don't do
Bro.
that. She got jail time for it.
60 days, though.
Well, she didn't commit any, I mean, she didn't, it wasn't a violent crime.
Impersonating a judge, I believe, is a federal crime. And the guy gave her 60 days. But, damn it, you made me lose my train of thought. Oh, yeah. And then she tried to hit us with the Thor speech. Yeah, we're not in Asgard right now, are we? Asgard is not a place. It is a people. I'm like, shut up. But so yeah, they put Jen on the stand after she got Blonsky out, by the way. And she just spilled all the beans on Buddy. It's like, yeah,
it was hilarious.
He's giving fuckboy energy, basically. And yeah, he would be delusional enough to think that he was dating Megan Thee Stallion and she would need him to get her a mid-sized Mercedes. Was it a Mercedes or was it?
It was a Jetta.
Yeah, it was a Volkswagen Jetta. That's what it was.
It's like, do you think Megan Thee Stallion drives a Jetta? It's like that was so funny. Like, what is going through your brain, bro?
Yeah. So I think we were talking about it on the phone, but then again, I try not to talk about this stuff with you. Do you think he smashed?
Nah, I don't think he did. I don't think Runa gave him the time of day. I think she saw easy mark, and that dude was dumb enough to get strung along by someone who thought who was Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, because he spent $175,000 on her.
So dumb. Also, why would Megan Thee Stallion need $175,000 from you?
Okay, so I don't know if you've heard Samir, but sometimes rappers be, I mean, not even just rappers, musicians be broke. Primarily rappers. Meek Mill be tweeting like every 6 months about how he ain't got no money from his label.
But Meek Mill also ain't that popular anymore, and he probably wasn't.
Do you not know the new Negro spiritual anthem?
Which is what?
Meek Mill, Dreams and Nightmares?
I did not listen to that. I remember people was taunting him when he was dating Nicki Minaj.
People got tired of him after the whole Drake beef. Then he went to jail, and he came back and blew back up.
Yeah, but going to jail F's you up, though. That's what effed up his capital, being incarcerated.
Yeah, but no, he was complaining before he went to jail. But he's released like, what, 2-3 albums since then. And patched things up with Drake.
Oh, well, good for them.
But yeah, I mean, like, so anything is
all right. So Megan Thee Stallion's celebrity net worth, which is never accurate, is $8 million currently.
8?
It could be higher or it could be worse.
You said 8?
Yeah, it could be higher, it could be lower.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like we said,
it's 5-10.
Celebrity. Yes, that's why she's called Megan Thee Stallion and not Megan the Pony.
I get it.
Stop it.
What are you talking about? Stop it.
That face you made.
What mistakes did I make?
Well, you was like,
I don't look that dumb.
You was looking at dumb like you had a stroke and you could lost all feeling in the left side, the right side of your face.
Listen. I might look. I was simp to make it sound like if she needed a Jetta.
You sound like The Rock right now, guy.
What do you mean?
Oh God, you really got to pay attention on the internet. So Kevin Hart and The Rock were doing promo for obviously the DC League of Super Pets or whatever. The journalist asked The Rock, what celebrity would you be a pet for? And he said Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh.
And Kevin's over there busting a gut. And the reporter said, why? And he said, we don't need to get into that. So
that's not exactly being a simp for her, but I guess so. Yeah.
So now The Rock's showing it. You know what? I'm not doing it. We already done talked about The Rock like what, twice since we got video?
We did.
Yeah. Look, whatever. But anyway, Megan's girlfriend kind of said something. And I think he said something about The Rock's wife not needs to season her food because she white.
That's a little mean.
But then I think he took it back because you don't get in a fight with somebody who's 6'5", like almost 300 pounds, if not more, because I don't know The Rock's weight anymore because he don't wrestle.
He got heavier.
Yeah, because before his billing weight was 6'5", 275 pounds from Miami, Florida.
Anyways, let's go ahead and
let's go ahead and talk about.
I'm going to talk about what's your opinion of the after credit scene?
The only thing I could really think of is why.
Because it's funny.
No, not why the scene was there. Why is Jen Megan's lawyer now? Jen's practicing superhuman law. Does Megan Thee Stallion have a superpower?
Because she's a high profile client. And she's like, yo, I want, so that's just good news for the law firm.
I guess. But yeah, I was neither here nor there. I was just mad Megan Thee Stallion posted it before pretty much everybody could watch the episode because we were all working. We all don't, get to stay at home and make music, and hop on stage in Japan like in Sailor Moon costumes and twerk. You can look that up now, ain't you?
No. But what do you rate this episode?
This episode gets, bro, I'm honestly gonna say this whole series at this point is just a 10.
So far. Yeah, let's just, until further notice, it's a 10.0.
Yeah. So no disappointment whatsoever. Yeah, guys, once again, watch She-Hulk, Disney Plus.
Yeah, ASAP.
Thursdays. I don't think we got anything else to talk about.
No, that's it. Yeah, so join us next time. Same Blurred channel, same Blurred network.
Really? Bro, what the fuck?
What?
We didn't say our names. We didn't start the beginning of the outro.
Oh, all right, fine. This is Samir, the King in Black.
This is Bernard, the Scarlet Spider.
All right, well, yeah.
The Angry Blerds. And that's when you're supposed to say, join us next time. See, you're just fucking up shit for no reason. What's wrong with you?
Man, I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway, guys, we will see you next week. Be sure to rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. I know we only have like 5 clips up on TikTok, but bear with me. I got a lot going on. Sorry, Roddy. I was gonna say something. I'm a little bit disappointed in myself that I did not review Bullet Train, but hey, it is what it is.
Oh shoot, totally forgot about that. That movie was mediocre anyways. I might go watch Spider-Man No Way Home, the Fun Stuff edition, because I guess.
I mean, $5 Tuesday, my guy.
Actually, I think there's gonna be a sale soon. Like they're gonna start. I forget what the reason is, but they're gonna charge $3 for movies some day of the week.
That was today.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yes, because today is National Cinema Day. Well, when you guys hear this, I don't know if I'm going to post it on Monday or what, but Saturday the 3rd was National Cinema Day. So a lot of movie theaters were doing $3 movie tickets. But hey, I was busy. I was down in Lauderdale at a baby shower and, Negroes being Negroes showing up hella late. Excuse me. But yeah, guys, we will see you next week. I had a feeling there was something that was coming out besides the Fun Stuff edition that I wanted to review, and now I can't remember what it is. So maybe if it comes up, I'll have the time to review it. But anyway, I think I already said the rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend.
Yeah, all right, people. Be frosty and stay classy. May the force be with you.
See how he's trying to cut me off? I was about to say Samir, tell the people goodbye, but all that stuff, and we will see you guys later. Peace.